you can achieve mouse-like precision with motion controls. In this video, you will learn all about how and why I'm able to do this without aim assist on Marvel Rivals. This is how it works. Using the motion sensors present on most modern controllers, I can emulate a mouse and use my wrist to aim in conjunction with the analog stick, thus giving me most of the advantages of a mouse on a controller. This is called Gyro Aim. But you might be wondering, why though? Are analog sticks already enough? Not really. The problem with analog sticks is that they obligate you to rely on many kinds of assists to compensate for the fact that they are just not as precise as a mouse.
Геймпад не доводит, он просто замедляет, друзья!
While using them, it's really hard to track targets, to control your recoil, to precisely switch targets, to do multiple actions at once without letting go of your aim, and so on. I think you get it. And that's where Gyro Aim comes in. Just like a mouse, Gyro will perfectly follow your physical movements, because I don't know if you noticed, but mice are motion controlled. Usually, that's the part of the video where I say that I can go even further by changing the behavior of the right stick using a feature called FlickStick. Hey, that's the name of the channel. FlickStick allows me to flick the camera to the angle that I pointed or to sweep smoothly if I put the analog forward first. The problem is, this feature doesn't seem to be working properly on this game. I'm not sure why, but I think it's because the sensitivity to the left is lower than the sensitivity to the right. I don't know. The point is, FlickStick just doesn't work consistently. Now, I have to be honest, this control method has some limitations. You see, multiple games implement these features natively, like Fortnite, COD, and the Finals. They all have great gyro aiming support. You just go to the settings of the game and activate it. Even on consoles, it's awesome. But Marvel Rivals is a bit more complicated than that, because developers didn't natively add this feature. And to add insult to injury, this game doesn't allow for mouse inputs and gamepad inputs at the same time. Meaning that for me to play like this, I had to completely rebind every button on the controller to keys on the keyboard for a game that already has gamepad support. And I did all of this so you don't have to. I'm such a nice person. All you have to do is make sure Steam is closed. Open Steam as an administrator. You will have to repeat this step every time you're going to play because of the anti-cheat on this game. Now, click on the controller icon next to the game. Click on the name of the layout, move over to the Community tab, and search for my configuration called Marvel Rivals Gyro plus Joystick by FlickStick Videos. If you can't find it, click on the Show All Layouts button. Then apply it. Open the game and set the mouse sensitivity to 2.64 and have fun! When making these configurations, I always try to maintain the default control scheme so you can adapt to it a bit faster. But I had to make some changes, so some heroes may play a little differently. Yeah, because I will be emulating keyboard and mouse with this configuration, menu navigation will be done using gyro. Selections can be made with the south face button or the right trigger. Honestly, it feels really natural and snappy. I love it. Another change is flying. Instead of going up and down with L1 and L2, you can control your height with the south and east face buttons. Other than that, you can hold start to change characters, and you can hold the west face button to do a very important action for us. That is, disabling gyro. Disabling gyro in the middle of the game is important for repositioning your controller. Now, just use the sticks to get close to your target and use gyro to do the rest of the tracking, target switching, flicking, all of the good stuff. If you watched this far, you're probably interested in trying this out. And if that's the case, you will probably want to change some settings, especially the gyro sensitivity. To do that, do not change the in-game mouse sensitivity, please. Instead, go to the controller settings, just press Alt-Tab in your PC or the home button on Steam Deck, and change the gyro sensitivity. Please do not touch the pixel per 360 value. This sensitivity slider follows the natural sensitivity scale, which means that when set to 1x, 1 degree in real life will translate to 1 degree in game. 1 to 1 is probably way too slow though, so I recommend at least 1 to 2. Pro tip, if you enjoy using higher gyro sensitivities, try decreasing the vertical sensitivity to improve stability. If you want to change the bindings or the sensitivity of the analog stick, I also recommend doing that on Steam and not on the game itself. If you are afraid of messing everything up, I made an in-depth guide where I explain every setting on Steam input. Now I want everyone to leave in the comments which hero or villain you think would play great with this control scheme. For more motion control games and tips, leave a like, share and subscribe. Also, please consider donating to the channel using the Super Thanks button down below. I do all of this work for free and I spend a lot of time on this. Oh, and I also have a list with all of the configurations that I ever did with updated info. So if this video becomes outdated, please check the text guide instead. Anyway, thank you so much for watching.